Hello and welcome to Scholar Fedu. This is our UTME prep series where we provide relatively detailed solutions and explanations to the UTME questions. And in this recording, we're looking at the UTME questions for biology for the year 2012. This is the first part of the recording. We're going to look at the first 25 questions for that year. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our content, and you can also practice the UTME exam for free on our website at collab.com. Alright, first question is on the paper type. Which question paper type of biology as indicated above is given to you? So in this recording you're using the type green. Okay, now this question is very important. You should endeavor to choose the paper type that corresponds to what you have been given in the exam, because that determines how your exam would be marked. So if you pick a paper type for another, like a different paper type from what you have, that means that your exam is going to be marked with answers that are meant for another paper, and that can really affect your results. Next, on cell, the organelle responsible for heredity is labeled. That is the organelle labeled II. That is the nucleus. The nucleus is the control center of the cell. Okay, it's responsible for what we call heredity. Heredity is the transmission of characters, okay, or attributes between parents and offspring. Okay, and the nucleus contains hereditary materials which are contained in the DNA. Next, using the same diagram, the part labeled IV is what we call the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: the rough endoplasmic reticulum and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is the site where proteins and lipids are made. Next, on living organisms, which of the following is the most advanced in the evolutionary trend of animals? The most advanced from the given set is the cockroach. Okay, it is the most advanced, insect here. The most advanced organism. Next, which of the following is the lowest category of classification? Right, so the hierarchy of classification is we have the domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, and variety. But in discussion, especially at O level, okay, the domain and the variety is usually omitted. So we have from kingdom to species. So the highest, okay, is the kingdom, okay, and the lowest is the species. From the given option here, we have the species as the lowest category of classification. Next question, also on classification. Plants that show secondary growth are usually found among the dicots, okay, the dicot or dicotyledons. They have cambium, which is responsible for secondary growth of conducting tissues. Next, on living organisms, the fungi are a distinct group of eukaryotes, mainly because they have many fruiting bodies. That's a unique. Next, also on classification, an arthropod that is destructive at early stage of its life cycle is the butterfly. The young of the butterfly is the larva, and the larva is a plant pest, so it is destructive to plants at the early stage of its life. Next, on classification, an animal body that can be cut along its axis in any plane to give two identical parts is said to be radially symmetrical. Okay, so cutting a radially symmetrical organism from any axis, okay, along its axis in any plane rather, would produce identical parts. We have a website at collab.com where you could practice exams for free, the UTME exam and the post-UTME exam. It also features modular quizzes in physics, chemistry, and biology. So if you've studied a topic in any of the subjects and you want to test your understanding of the topic, you can head on to our website at collab.com and take modular quizzes for free. Also, if you sign up on the website, it has a personalized dashboard where you could use to check your progress in learning. We also have interactive sessions on the website and on our social media platform. freebies are also available to top performance on the website. Next, on classification, which of the following possesses mammary gland? Mammary gland is found in mammals, and the whale is a mammal, so the whale possesses mammary gland. Next, also on classification, the feature that links birds to reptiles in evolution is the possession of. So birds and reptiles, they possess scale. Okay, they have scales. So the birds, you have the scale on, on their legs, okay, usually covering their leg, which is, it serves as an insulating material, which is the reason why birds can stand on electric poles without getting shocked, okay, because they have that scale, which is a, an insulating covering. While the reptiles, their body is covered with scales. Reptiles like the crocodile, it has its body covered with scale. Next, on adaptation, counter shading is an adaptive feature that enables animals to. So counter shading is used an animal to escape detection, okay, that is to avoid being detected by a predator. Also, on adaptation, which of the following plant structures lacks a waterproof cuticle? So the waterproof cuticle helps to prevent water penetration, and this is something that is not desirable in the roots. Okay, the root is the point of absorption, okay, of water in plants. So it should not be waterproof. It should be water, like receptive. It should accept, like it should allow for the passage of water. So the root lacks a waterproof cuticle. Next question on reproduction. In the mammalian reproductive system, the part that serves as a passage for both urine and semen is the. That is called the urethra. Urethra serves as a urinogenital organ. Okay, it serves a urinogenital function. That is, it serves as a passage of urine, okay, during excretion, and of semen during the process of reproduction, like during copulation. Next, on nutrition. In plants, which of the following is required in minute quantities for growth? So nutrients based on the relative amounts that is required for growth in organism are classified as macronutrients and micronutrients. The macronutrients are those that are required in large quantities, while the micronutrients are those that are required in minute or small quantity. And in plants, an example of a micronutrient is the sodium. Okay, so the sodium is a micronutrient in plant, meaning it is required in just small quantity. Next, on nutrition, which of the following organisms is both parasitic and autotrophic? So the sundew is a carnivorous plant. It feeds on insects. Okay, mostly it feeds on insects. So it is parasitic to the insects, while it's also autotrophic in that it is a plant, okay, and it can photosynthesize, it can manufacture its own food. That is autotrophism. So the sundew is parasitic to the plant and autotrophic in its mode of nutrition. Next, on digestion, the function of the hydrochloric acid produced in the human stomach during digestion is to. It helps to stop the action of the ptyalin. Okay, so the ptyalin is an enzyme that is from the mouth, okay, in the saliva from the mouth. Its action is inhibited in an acidic medium. Okay, it is inhibited in an acidic medium. So the acid inside the stomach, one of the things that it does is to stop, okay, or inhibit the action of the ptyalin. Also, it functions in the elimination of some bacteria in the stomach. You can also join our online tutorial classes for different classes. We have tutorials for students in SS1, 2 or 3. We also have for UTME candidates, for JAMB candidates, for students who want to write the JAMB or the UTME exam, and for those who want to have the post-UTME exam after the UTME exam, and also for candidates that are sitting for WAEC exam or GCE or NECO. And we offer this tutorial on various platforms, so you could join us on WhatsApp, or on Telegram, it could be on Zoom or on Google Classroom. So we have various platforms where we take our tutorial. The links to join the platform are available on our website at collab.com, or you could also check it out in the video description below. Next, also nutrition. Which of the following is a polysaccharide? Cellulose is an example of a polysaccharide. So polysaccharides are basically molecules that are made from the combination of simpler molecules like monosaccharides. Okay, and the cellulose, the glycogen and starch, they are examples of polysaccharides. Next, we have a diagram here, and we'll use the diagram to answer the question. The arrows representing directional movements of materials. That is, the arrows here, they represent directional movement of material. Transportation in the xylem is represented by the xylem is the water conducting tissue, okay, in the plant, and meaning it conducts water, and water in the plant is obtained from this region, okay, like the root to, like, the source of the water is here, right, from the root. Okay, so the water is gotten from the root, then it moves up to the sink, that is to other plants of the plant, other parts of the plant where it is needed. So the movement in the xylem is going to be from down, from the root, okay, from down to top, so it will be IV. Okay, that would be IV. Well, the movement down, okay, would be through the phloem. The phloem is the conductive tissue in plant that carries photosynthates. Photosynthates, they are the food that are manufactured from photosynthesis. Okay, the product of photosynthesis. Now, usually the photosynthetic part of the plants are the shoots. Okay, the shoot, like the leaf and some other regions in the plant. So the food or the photosynthetes from those parts are transported down, okay, to other parts of of the plant. So that will be through the phloem, while the movement of water or dissolved minerals upward is going to be through the xylem. So that will be IV. So I here is going to be for the through the phloem. Alright, next question, using the same diagram, the arrow labeled II represents the. So we've talked about the arrow labeled IV, which is in the previous question. This represents the movement, okay, of water or dissolved minerals, like from this region of the plant upward, that is from the root to the shoot, and this is like movement along the xylem, the conductive tissue that carries water and dissolved minerals, while the I here is the movement down, okay, from the shoot down to the roots, and this will usually be the movement of photosynthesis. This should be the movement of photosynthesis, that is the food that are manufactured, or what is manufactured from photosynthesis, from this part of the plant, from the shoot down to other parts of the plant. Now the part II here, which is the question here, you can see it is the arrow is pointing away from the leaf, okay, or from the plant, meaning that substance is moving away, like moving outside the plant, and this would be if you look at the options here, that would be the release of oxygen, okay, because oxygen is a respiratory gas in plant that is released, okay, while carbon dioxide is taken in. So this arrow here, okay, where you have this one here, where you have the arrow pointing inward, that is the III label in here, where you have the arrow pointing inward, will be the intake. That could be the intake of carbon dioxide, while this one will be the release of oxygen or the release of water by transpiration. But we don't have that here in the option. So the correct one here from the option will be the release of oxygen, okay, from the plant through the leaf, through the stomata, okay, of the leaf. Next on the metastasis, in the kidney of mammals, the site of ultrafiltration is that is the Bowman's capsule. The Bowman's capsule is the site of ultrafiltration during the process of formation of urine. Next on growth, which of the following is involved in secondary thickening in plants? The cambium, okay, the cambium is the main tissue that is responsible for secondary growth. So the vascular cambium and the core cambium that are responsible for secondary thickening, okay, or growth of vascular tissues in plants. Next, on growth, an example of a fruit that develops from a single carpel is the bean. Okay, the beans, okay, develops from a single carpel. Next, on reproduction, the developing embryo is usually contained in the part labeled II. The part labeled II, okay, is the womb or the uterus, okay, which holds the embryo during pregnancy. The part labeled I is the fallopian tube. The part labeled II, which is what we are to identify here, is the uterus. The part labeled III is the ovary, where the egg cells are produced in the female, while the IV here is the extension of the vagina. Next, also on reproduction, using the same diagram, the function of the part labeled III is to, so the part labeled III is the ovary, okay, and the ovary produces egg cells, that is the ova in the female animals. It also functions in the production of the hormone that is called estrogen, okay, the sex hormone in the female.
Okay, don't forget to check out our playlist. We have different playlists. We have for full solutions to UTME or JAMB questions and in physics, chemistry, and biology. We also have for modular quizzes as well. Okay, we'll also have a playlist for post UTME or post JAMB exam, and also for crash courses in physics, chemistry, and biology. So don't forget to check out our playlist for the available videos. So that's it for this recording. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Collab. Okay, like and share our content, and visit our website at collab.com to practice UTM exam and modular quizzes for free. Thank you.